What up, peeps? This is gonna be what Nez drinks. So you like how a Tarantino's that, right? Yeah, the power of movie magic goes. However, this is my setup, as you can see. I have all my containers here. I'm doing what's called, everyone ever heard of those beer flights where you basically have a setup and you have a whole bunch of different beers just to taste the different beers or whatever. Well, I'm taking that to another level. I'm doing an extreme vodka flight, or I should say candy flight, because as you see I have a bunch of different candies here, 16 to be exact. Some flavors are matching because I want to put some flavors up against each other of my favorite candies just to see which one tastes the best out of the flavors, you know, obviously infused with vodka. What I'm going to do is open up all these candies. I have 6 ounces of vodka in each one of these containers here. They're 8-ounce containers, so that way I have some room for the candy. And I figure when on the other side of this video, after these infuse for a couple days and I actually do the taste, I'm going to do like a half a shot each, so like basically like a half an ounce of each flavor, you know. And I'm also going to cut it with a little bit of either just plain water or tonic water, just so that way it's not just straight vodka, so that way you can actually taste the flavor a little bit, kind of how it might be with a mixed drink. With that being said, I guess I'm going to start opening up some of these bad boys. Got my labels over here. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing watermelon Jolly Ranchers, cherry Jolly Ranchers, blue raspberry Airheads, strawberry Airheads, strawberry Nerds, lemonade wild cherry Nerds, Sour Patch Kids, these Frankfurt candies. You ever remember those candy bracelets back in the day? Those candy bracelets and those candy necklaces that you wear around your necklace and you shoot the candy off all day, and then you got that you know rainbow colored ring around your neck or around your wrist at the end of the day when when you're done with all that. Well, these are some leftover candies that my kids had in one of their kits, but basically it's the same candies, they're just Disney characters, so I grabbed a couple of them. Got some Skittles, some Swedish Fish, and multiple flavors of Starburst. We got strawberry, orange, cherry, watermelon, fruit punch, and lemon. So these are all my flavors. I thought about throwing maybe Fruit Loop cereal or something like that in there. Maybe I'll save that for another time when I do. Maybe I'll do the same thing another day with a bunch of different cereals like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, whatever have you. That'd be for a video in the future, but I've kind of been wanting to do something like this for a minute, so we're just gonna get into this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start putting some of these in. I'm gonna start putting all these into the containers. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fast forward past all the boring parts. All right, so here we go. Container number 1. Well, let's open up the container number 1. Let's bring that over here. So it'll probably make sense if I just start from this side and do it like that, right? Got a couple cherries mixed up in there. I don't want to ruin any of the flavor. Okay, 1 down. Give it a little mix there. 15 to go. Oh yeah, so that way I don't mix up. Did the watermelon Jolly Rancher. I'll be trying to figure this crap out later. We got working on cherry Jolly Rancher right now. Two down. Now I know some of you might be thinking that it may not be a fair comparison or a fair ratio. This is not rocket science. This is just generalized testing. Nothing's exact. I just grabbed a couple of pieces or a bunch of candy from what I had available. I had more of some than others, so is just, I mean, you're going to pretty much get the gist. It's either going to, it doesn't matter how much candy in there, unless you just had like one piece of candy to the whole 6 ounce. That doesn't make a difference. But a couple pieces, if some had a little bit more and some had a little bit less, it's all generally around the same amount of candy. You're going to get the gist of how it tastes. And if it's going to be good, it's going to be good. If it's not, it's not. So it doesn't matter how much or how little candy you put in there. It's either going to be worth the effort or not worth the effort. Because I imagine as we get through this tasting, some of this is going to be gross. So we're going to find out. Blue raspberry airhead. Thing that sucks about this is that my man cave, I have a portable AC unit in my man cave, so sometimes it's not on all the time. And then I came in here to do this video and I turned it on an hour before I came in here, so the whole garage in here where my man cave is didn't quite cool off. And not to mention my candy's been sitting in here all day, so some of it is a little hard to open because it kind of partially melted. So that's why I'm having a bit of a time getting it out of the wrappers. But like I said, I'm gonna forward pass all this crap. So strawberry airhead. I just want to say that opening up these candies is like bringing back so much of my freaking childhood, man. Like just smelling the candies and remembering eating them. Ugh, so good. Nerds. Strawberry nerds. Let's see if we can do this without making a huge mess. Lemon wild cherry nerds. Candy necklaces, candy bracelets, whatever you want to call them. Sour Patch Kids, baby. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have picked a specific color on the Sour Patch Kids and just ran with that color because they're all the same flavor, despite what people tell you that, oh, the red one's cherry and the blue one's blueberry and the green one is whatever. No, they're all the same flavor. So I could have just picked the color and ran with it, so that way at least the color would be nice in the end, because I'm sure after all this fuses together, it's gonna probably be like a mishmash of color, like a brown or something. It's gonna be pretty ugly looking. But we're here for the taste of it, not necessarily so much the look of it. Something like this, we can fix the look of it, you know, the next time we decide to do it. Like I said, just by picking a color, right? So I imagine it's gonna be the same thing with Skittles, because I'm not separating a bunch of Skittles I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna dump the whole thing in there. So, like I just said, Skittles up next. It's already starting to change colors. Already. Swedish fish. And now we're down to the Starburst. Lemon Starburst. Now I'm going to make a prediction that the Starburst candies are going to kind of taste like cellos. You know, like lemon's going to be like a limoncello, orange is going to be like an orangello, because, you know, Starburst is kind of like a creamy type fruity flavor. So that's just off the top of my head, just from eating Starburst, you know, all my life, of trying to guessing what it might taste like. Down to the final two, working on strawberry. No, this one's watermelon. Sorry, we already did strawberry. This one's watermelon that we're working on. Down to the last one. We got our cherry. It is cherry, right? Yeah, I didn't do cherry yet, so yeah, the last one's cherry. All right, and there we have it. We have our 16 flavors. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this infuse up for a couple days. From videos that I saw online with other people doing just a couple of these flavors, that they actually let it sit for like between, some people let it sit for 24 hours, some people let it sit for 3 days. I think I'm gonna go for 3 days minimum, because I want to try to let these candies dissolve as much as possible. Now some of these candies are going to dissolve completely, probably within the first 24 hours, and some of them are probably gonna, the vodka is just gonna break it down. It's gonna be like a gooey mess, and at least one or two of them, or at least one that I know of, is probably just gonna absorb the alcohol and get bigger. Probably the Sour Patch Kids are probably just gonna absorb the alcohol and grow, versus just infusing. I'm hoping that it'll just infuse, but you know, if it grows, then we'll just have some vodka gummies, right? Same thing, right? And the Swedish Fish, I'm not exactly sure. I'm thinking because they're gummy also, but then again, they're kind of the consistency of the Airhead. It's a little bit denser, so I'm hoping that they'll flavor the vodka and just kind of melt into it. And so we'll see. But either way, when we drink these, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the double straining method. Or should I? Yeah. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of strain it out of the cup here through another fine strainer into the glass, so that way you get as many of the particles out as possible, and you're just getting the liquid. So that's how I'm going to do it, so that way I get to taste it, and I'm not, you know, chewing on any bits or anything like that. And you see the Airheads, these bad boys. Look at it. Look, just in the time of us doing that video, the Airheads is like almost done. Seriously, Airheads are like almost done. Look at that. So if you're looking for a quick candy infuse, I mean not Airheads, I should say Nerds. Nerds are almost done. So if you're looking for a quick candy infusion, go with Nerds, because both sets of Nerds are just about done already. The Frankfurt candies, you know, the candy necklace type candies. Oh, look at that color. Oh, I hope it stays that color. That's a nice color. That purple, that's what's up. And you got the blue raspberry Airhead. That's a pretty color too. Some of these are gonna look nice. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. So tune in for part 2 of this video. When I do the taste test, I'm gonna see if I can get my aunt to do it with me. My wife's aunt, she likes to drink, as do I. So I could probably convince her to do it. Maybe even her daughter to also do it with me. If not, you know, if they're not up to it, then I'm gonna be solo dolo. So make sure you bang on that like button if you like what you saw so far, that thumbs up, you know what I'm talking about. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and then make sure you check back for that second video where you'll definitely see what Nez drinks.